Hey folks, isn't this creepy? Buried by Rosa Bones. Rosa posted this 11 hours ago, so that would be late Friday night on the 7th of August 2026, according to my time zone. Rosa says, "You were found unconscious in a dark temple by a UAC search party. What was strange was despite you wearing standard issue UAC marine equipment, the UAC had not entered the site before, and you were not on their records. You awake in a dark room, a familiar sense that the forces of hell were near. After overpowering the possessed doctor and taking his pistol, you press onwards, determined to stop another invasion from the forces of hell. Been in, on and off development since 2023. I present Buried.wad, a 10 level plus 2 secret level mini WAD for Doom 2. Difficulty is adjusted to what I find hard, so expect difficulty to float around Plutonia level and beyond as the levels go on. Uh-oh. Currently on map 1 and map 2 currently only map 1 and map 2 contain difficulties lower than UV. I will implement the other difficulties for the rest of the maps when it is done. The WAD makes extensive use of the CC4 texture pack. I have yet to finish all the levels, and only map 1 to 7 are fully completable, with map 8 not being finished but being present in the WAD. Map 12 is a secret level that is also finished, but map 13 is not. Map 11 is an epilogue level and contains no monsters. I would appreciate only checking it out after the WAD is finished, aka when it's on the Ed Games archive. Okay. So, we'll play map 1 to 7 and leave it at that, I guess. Tested in DSCA Doom for comp level 6. There is no comp level 6. Pretty much 9. If you play on other ports, then jump and crouching is definitely not intended. Mouse look is also not intended, but if you can't play without it, it's still playable. Expect some visual weirdness, seeing things you're not meant to. That's fine, I'm BSDA keyboard only, I don't use any novelty features. Thank you very much. While the levels are continuous, these maps are designed to be fully completable with pistol start, which probably helps the gameplay more. The levels make use of UMap info to implement end-level text, meaning it has a loose story. Please excuse my writing if it's bad. Maps gradually get more difficult with high monster counts, more devious traps. There are 3 mini episodes, with map 1 to 4 being in a cave tech base, map 5 to 6, as well as secret map level 12 set in a temple, with map 7 to 10 being set in hell. I made posts some of my thoughts on each of the levels, mainly to present how I improved as a map maker as the WAD went on, and my general ideas for making the levels both visually and gameplay wise. Please share constructive feedback, and thank you for playing my maps. Awesome, I'm looking forward to this. Let's get going. So I'm going to get Hurt Me Plague You for the first 2 levels, then there's going to be a difficulty spike. Cool music. Yeah, blood. Well, there's already something distinctive going on visually, and I love that I get a chain gun straight off the bat. Right. Cool. I heard that Revenant. Where's that Revenant? That is a very tasty Revenant soup shop. Can I go through here? No. That's funny, this door looks desaturated and grimy. Anyway, let's move on. This is very nice stuff. I do dislike this kind of room where you go like, you open the door and you get there's lots of enemies far away. They're kind of hard to hit, but also like you can tell immediately, well, I just don't want to step through because then I'm going to be in everybody's line of sight. So you have to sit behind the door and then just poke through and take them out. It's annoying, but it's not terrible. And of course there are loads of enemies that have woken up below, which will congregate around here, so I probably can't drop down. Interesting. Excuse me. Is that the intended... Oh, okay, there's only one monster down there. Okay, yeah, I couldn't tell. It sounded like there could be several. Okay. Nice red. Yeah, the visuals are very nice. Okay, but how do I get that? Can I just walk through? Why am I... Weird. Oh, I just kind of hooked onto that. It's weird. Happens sometimes. No red light under this. Does that mean something? It does not mean something. It does not mean anything. Really, really want that Megasphere. Very nice detailing. I like that this metal chassis extends below the passerelle, but not fully down to the ground. Well, I actually can't jump fully across there, can I? And I can't jump from there to there. So, do I lower it? Hey, that's not right. Excuse me. Okay. So I thought this misaligned texture might be the kind of like, aha, that's how that's the secret. But no, it looks like it's just a mistake. Screenshot that so I remember to tell you about it. What's that with the one different step colour? Well, probably nothing. Okay, did I try interacting with that red bit up there? I'm going to try that and then I'm going to move on. Last ditch attempt. What is this? Very intriguing. What's it going to be? Odd. Lift here, and we have to go down the lift. Whoa! I think there's like when you know that there's enemies down there, it's nice to have control of the lift rather than it being a thing of like oh, you step onto it and okay, that's not interactive. I love the geometry here. Like, the detailing is all so great. The detailing. Nice stalactites. Very nice. Of course, the engine lends itself really well to this. But that is gorgeous. And I was just saying how lovely the detailing was, and wow, great. Okay, hey. So, yeah, when I came in through here, a Revenant woke up. I could hear the Revenant. So I guess I'm going to meet it now. I'm going to save actually, because I've been lucky so far. Whoa. Ow. Well, I was right to save. That was a challenge. And there's the exit. Man, this is really satisfying. Really, really good design to have. Really good design to have. Like, all right, right at the beginning, you know, hey, you've got the chain gun, so don't fret. But you could get a super shotgun. And when you finally get the super shotgun, it's like, all right, you're gonna have to fucking fight for it. But then you get really, after that, you get really, really satisfying, just like mow them down stuff. That is really cool. But I'm, the secrets have eluded me. Let's see, so that is the end, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Right, so let's jump down. Waterfall wasn't anything. So, what? Where am I going? Okay, great. That's fantastic. I can return here. Brilliant. Oh, that's where I've just come from as well. I've come from blood. This is such a mystery. I've tried interacting with everything. Like, can I? Okay, is it this simple? Excuse me. I tried all this clever stuff, and it's just like, no, just walk to it, man. Fantastic. Okay. So yeah, no, hang on. Oh, I shouldn't. This, what is this about? That's so odd. Oh. Haha. Awesome. And I get... What an interesting shape. I think this is a popular culture reference that I don't get. Maybe a niche popular culture reference. It's very elegant though. Okay, that is really interesting. I didn't notice that on the way down. Maybe because I had enemies to deal with. But yeah, okay, so I wouldn't be able to get this without the super shotgun unless I timed it very precisely so that I was lowering or rising, and that is very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, I enjoyed both those secrets. They wrong-footed me. And being able to circle back immediately from the end is great. I love that. This is gorgeous map design. I had an absolute blast. And I love the thing of like, okay, right, at a certain point, I was odds on to die, but I finish it with 200% health. Yeah, no, that is really cool. Nice work. Okay, Necromancer's Crypt, let's go. Cheers, Marine. Damn. Die already. Okay, it's that geometry being tricksy. Oof. There's pinkies in the background. Odd that they're not waking up, but... Okay, great. So I emerge from the cave and I can see the UAC complex over there. Very cool. But what else can I see? Oh, there's... Super shotgun and the difficult to reach shoot switch again. Ooh, okay, so that didn't do anything here. That is so ominous. It's on a teleporter. Should I grab this and just run away? Yep. Okay, so now I've got that same advantage that those wretched chain gunners had. It's not much of an advantage, to be honest. Hang on. How much? I don't remember picking up ammo here. Right, in any case, I'm not pistol starting, and Rosa said it was only optional. Alright, okay, so there's two paths forward. Should I go down here? Let's go down here. Okay, so there's a blue key door, a red key door. Did I need that armor? Oh god, why am I... Sorry. I use rewind too much. It's just become like... instinctive somehow. The music is awesome, but I'm going to turn it down a bit. That sounds better. Alright, yeah, fine, let's grab the armor. I love the detailing, like, there's nothing wacky going on. It's not, like, particularly esoteric style, but, like, it feels like, yeah, new things are being done. Not incredibly extravagant things, but, yeah, there's a very distinctive style at work here. So I'm still not sure what that did, but maybe it's unlocked something later on down the line. Alright, I hear you, Revenants. We'll get to you later. Why did I... Okay. Odd. Little slice of grey there, does that mean anything? No. Again, great geometry. Like, the natural forms work well here. Feels organic. Okay, I need the blue key for that as well. But then where can I go? Where does this water flow to? Seems it's continuously flowing down and then just ends. This is gorgeous in any case. But if I need the blue key to go there, and yeah, I may never know what that does. It's an odd thing, like, yeah, triggering an action before you have any expectations, or without having any expectations of what it might have done. Like, will I come to a certain point later in the map and go, aha, this wouldn't be open if I hadn't shot that skull. So, I'm guessing there is a path forward, and I will come back through here when I get the blue key to back up there. Is this a door? No. No. I need the red key to activate this, right? Excuse me. These white lines indicate activatable. I was saying this in my last recorded video, but I'm not. The auto map is one of those things that I'm not really an expert in. I thought white. I thought like it just by default the auto map just draws lines in function of their definition and interactive elements are drawn white, but sometimes elements that aren't interactive are drawn white, and it's just like how would that happen? Why would that be any different to how this is drawn? I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Okay, there's some white here. Does that mean anything? I think it does. I can see another line here. But that's not how it's activated. Oh, and I was interacting with this, but this is the white thing, but again, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I'm stumped. Is this bugged? Was something else meant to trigger? Should I have just not shot this skull? Was that my mistake? Oh, you can shoot it from up here as well. Cool. Hang on, how come I can shoot it from up there and also from here with... Okay, it's just that tall. That being stood up there, I can... Wow, okay. Shut up, guys, I'm trying to think. Okay, there's a sound tunnel there, which has woken up that Revenant. So, this is a secret, or it's just not unlocked by activating the wall. Whoa! Okay. Why did that not trigger earlier? Ah! Yes, kill each other. Who's gonna win? They can win. Whoa! Nice. Wow, so you really took no damage. Yeah, of course you did, because you was focused on the other guy. Took some damage. Oh, and there's a... Hang on. Red skull on the corpse. I like that. The idea that I'm taking his skull. Much better than that stupid Doom 2016 thing where, he rips the key card off the guy's neck without even asking him. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Big man. Big Doom guy doesn't ask for key cards, he just takes them. He's not going to borrow anybody's work pass. Okay, so I'm not sure why I didn't notice that before. I mean, I haven't got my glasses on, but I'm not that... I'll just put my glasses back on. But I went up to this and activated it and said, no, you need a blue key to open this door, and then I went back. I guess I just did not see that red skull. Maybe it should be positioned, I don't know, maybe it's just me being stupid and I should have seen it, and maybe I'm the tiny exception, but maybe the red skull could be just off to the left of the corpse, rather than putting it on top of his head, or just in front of his head, as it were. So I mean, I don't think that, diegetically I can understand what it's meant to convey, is that I'm taking his skull, but, I don't know, yeah. Anyway, I think what happened here is that I just skipped the trigger first time round. And, ways to solve that. Diagonals. Diagonals are harder to skip for some reason I don't quite understand, and doubling them up. So have several triggers for the same thing. Because skipping just happens sometimes, right? If somebody's running and they're not aiming for the thing you're doing. But yeah, maybe double up that line def and put them a few units apart, 32 units apart or something, and put them at angles. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Anyway, I've got my red skull now. So that's that mystery over. Should I save? Yes. Fuck. Ouch. Damn, they really got me good. Nice. Okay, and these grey things are going to open like before, aren't they? And there's a door that's already open here. That's interesting. Whoa. Okay, yeah. These are. I'm backing away because that's an unfamiliar space, but. Oh! Fuck! There's more, isn't there? What? Stop teleporting, I don't like it. There's sound tunnels in there. I know the sound tunnels don't look like artificial, you know? What's going on? Stop teleporting! Oh, okay, was this what the... Okay. And yeah, so there we go. And I know that this is what I got through Rush, okay? This is another popular culture reference. I know this intuitively, even though I don't know what it is referencing. Is it a Doom wad? Is it a popular Doom wad from the noughties? Or is it a band? I think it's both of those things, but I'm not familiar with either. Slight texture misalignment here. I'm not sure you can do anything about that. I'm not sure it's worth anything like that. Okay, so I was saying earlier, I would know. I had a feeling that Rose's map design was such that I would know when I got to the place that I had unlocked via the skull. Are there people back here? Yes. God, this is a really awkward space. Can you tell that I'm a keyboard only player? Because I can't aim and move at the same time. Well, I can, just not very well. Jesus, this is a bit much. Thank God for that. Mega health. Ouch. Mega health. Who says mega health? Soul Sphere. Yeah, I think that it's wrong for those guys to have all teleported in then. No, I think it was like, I had this immediate challenge. This room is its own thing. There's a lot going on here. There's that secret. There's that weird thing up there. There's these guys up here. There's two open doors, right? I mean, maybe this one wouldn't have been open, but there's enough going on in here for me to walk in here, and for that to trigger all these teleporting sounds is for something which is way back there, and which is like, it doesn't make any sense for me to go back here now, right? Because I need the blue key for that, and the blue key is up there. What? I can't hear any enemies. Was that an enemy opening a door? Okay, so Hell strength is presumably just to get my health back after killing all these guys. Hell strength. I'm so like, I don't know. This map has got me. What is that? What on earth is that? A skull? A red hair skull. Lovely detailing here. Lovely blood in the cracks. But yeah, I've got my blue key, so I go through here. Yeah, like I think the trigger to make all those guys teleport in should have been picking up the blue key, or getting up to the door. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm really stand by that. It was completely nonsensical, distracting, and breaks the flow, breaks the level loop for me to go back up here to fight these guys when that's clearly not intended. Yeah, so I'd move that trigger. I'm very curious about this skull key unlocking that. What? Hello? Oh, okay. Has that thing opened up? Yes, it has. Okay, and that's weird. That's odd. So those enemies teleported in, and was it at the same time that they teleported in that this monster closet, which is a tracked door in a fake wall in a cave, just opened up? That feels incongruous to me. Like, I think what you could do is have a couple of sound blocking lines, say here. That would mean that, and teleport those guys in the same way those other guys got teleported in down there. So you teleport those guys in here with the same trigger as what opened this, but they don't immediately just start crawling down the moment I do that, because of the sound blocking line defs. They won't hear me, they won't be awake. No, but if you want to teleport them in, they have to be awake, right? Because how are they going to walk into the teleporter? Okay, yeah, ignore that. Ignore me. Cool. So apart from those hiccups, this is awesome. Okay, right. And whoa, okay. Cool. I can't completely loop around. Man, that's a lot of imps. Can I hide here? No. Can I waste health? Yes, I can. Okay, what's that done? Okay, open those. Man, that is awesome. What a fantastic encounter. I think I'm going to do this again. I think instinctively I'd have... I think this is really cool. I mean, it's a great encounter. I love the blood, I love the armour and the rocket launcher. I like the way you pick up things from each of the corpses here. I like the way every corpse has got something to give you. That's really cool. And nah, the way things open up, it's like, yeah, of course they're opening up. Of course this is going to be a set piece. And no, they just awesome to have like, oh, you're surrounded by imps and one King Mancubus in the middle. But what I really like is this thing, right? You have to commit to this. You can't just go like, all right, let me activate that lift. You have to decide here that you're going to get on the lift and then get up here. But when there's loads of imps around, you don't want to do that because there's that delay when, you know, if you get too close, they can scratch you, but you can't shoot them. Then you're up in their face. So, like, yeah, instinctively, efficiently, you'd be thinking like, yeah, I'm just going to get up here and just start SSGing those guys. But no, because of that thing, because of this, making that awkward and dangerous and putting you at a disadvantage, it becomes a case of, hell yeah, I'm gonna fucking use the fucking rocket launcher, man. Awesome. And that's the exit. I'm going to go back and get the Berserk. What a great map. Yeah, once again, very impressed. I don't need the Berserk. But I may as well because it's fun. That is really odd though. I can barely make that out. I think what with the red key over there, I mean I'm wearing my glasses now, but I suspect Rosa has sharper vision than me because that is... Is it a red skull with red hair looking through cracks in the bricks? Maybe that's also what we got to reference, I don't know. Awesome map. Really, really good loop. And this is a great set piece to finish things off. It's really good to go through all that and go like, oh, there's a red, I've got to take this guy's red skull, and then go into this weird place and get all these hectic fights. And now I'm in UAC proper. I'm just like, alright. UAC is full of monsters. Great encounter. What's next? Reactor 4. Not Reactor 5 like we get in... Okay, great. Nice. So when they're greened over, that means you can't use them. I do not want to keep my fist open because I do not have Berserk. Oops. No bullets. Reactor 4. I know that this is a reference to System Shock, right? Reactor 5. It could not be that, but I think it might be. Very, very cool blocks. There's a green one. Does that mean anything? Oh man. Getting plasma already. This is awesome. I just love the detailing. Everything feels fresh. Everything feels immersive. I can go through there, I guess. Ouch. Yeah, see, that's an example of, you know, you're a sitting duck whilst you're waiting for the lift to do its thing. Yeah, for the lift to work, you have to sit in place for a while, waiting for it to go back up. That puts you at a disadvantage. Okay, I have an imp. Where's that imp? Can't see any sound tunnels. Through here? Still could go downstairs, but no, I'm gonna carry on this route. Oh. Whoop. Awesome. Oh, that could have turned out very different. Whoa, okay. Infight, please. Yes. I love fighting. Man, this is great. Oh, and there's imps down below there. I'll deal with the rest of them later. That looks like a very interesting run. I can't wait. Hey, is that... Okay, it's a hooded skull, and this one's got glowing eyes. The last one didn't have glowing eyes. So there's the hooded skull watching me, watching my progress. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to grab this. Okay, there's this, there's that. Awesome detailing. Okay. So, I'm going to grab that and go down there, and then I'm going to have a fight on my hands. So I'm going to save. No, how about I just keep to one save? Leave your turn. That saves alone. Right. Wish me luck. You know what I was doing there? This is the thing I often do. I like infighting so much that I will act against my immediate self-preservation just to trigger it. And I'm like, come on. You've got the Ragnarotron there, you've got all these Revenants, that could be some awesome infighting. So I stop firing and I loop around trying to wait for it to fire them. Yeah. This time round, I think I will just shoot them. I like that in both cases where you've got the rocket launcher, you're given enough rockets to deal with the present threat at hand. And again, you've got the Berserker to deal with a really tough situation you've got. Although last time round, sorry, yeah, because I broke the map loop, last time round that Berserker was for dealing with the people that were going to be right in your face. This is gorgeous. I love it. And I like the suggestion of like, hey, that corpse is... Alright, so are there going to be enemies blocking my path down? No? Alright. Okay, so that's that intriguing room I was on about. Some of this is hurt floor. Yeah, I think some of it is. So I think I just avoided that huge fight. I'm like, right, I can see an exit. This is a really constrained space. I've got terrible visibility of my surroundings. There's height variation. I'm just going to get out of here. The other thing being that, hey, nice health. The other thing being that I could, I heard a Revenant wake up behind me. I knew there was a Hell Knight and at least 2 imps. It's just like, I mean, this is not worth my while, man. Let's just check on the map to see. Okay, so there may have been some goodies there, but otherwise I don't think. I think it was just a path through to here. Do you think something bad's going to happen when I pick that up? Because yeah, I need to hit the switch to break it up. Let's see. Just pick up some health. Alright, here goes. Ah! I was not expecting those things to open. Man. Okay, that's... Excuse my cough, I'm sorry. That's the enemies I woke up in that room that I ran away from. Okay, that looks like another set piece. I'm going to try and find some health. Shall I go back here? This is fun and odd. Oh god. Yeah, I do not want to be dealing with that. Or do I? I mean, maybe there's some health in there, and I've got plenty of ammo. Oh, fuck! Can they not come through here? In fact, tonight, Queen? Fuck. Okay, that was stupid. Fuck. Okay. And there's still more enemies below. And this is not the most efficient use of... Okay, but I am getting health, so this isn't stupid. And there are rockets. Nice. There we go. Right. Great, that was worth it. I feel better. Oh yeah, these guys. They're so annoying. Right, fine. Okay, only 22 enemies left. So presumably when I'm done with that, I will go back up there. Oh, it's a yellow key. No, I pick up the yellow key, then I'll go back up here, and then I'll go through that corridor. Towards where those cacos came out. Alright. I see you. Any more friends around yet? Nice. Okay, so what am I going to trigger when I pick that up? Whoops, that was a waste of health. I love the tech. The tech is really cool. It feels fresh, feels different. Okay, cheers, Dead Marine. I guess that means I should be using this. No, I should be using this. Oh, fuck. Height. Oh, I love those colours. Different breaches there. Very, very cool. Okay. I feel like I should have encountered another one of those secrets. Yes! Oh my god, that is exactly what I wanted. And yeah, what the fuck's going on with this? Oh, okay, right, yeah. It is a reactor after all. Expecting it to be reactive. And it's really, that's really great. See, the moment I'm thinking like, man, I'm nearly dead. I deserve a secret. And I get a secret. That texture is a bit odd, that flat texture here, because it doesn't align, blah blah blah. I'm interested by, because we had this with plasma as well, these little brick outcroppings giving you the thing you need. That's really odd. Not in a bad way. But it's like, what is it? Is that an outcropping of hell? Giving you the things you need? Is that, is Skullface around here somewhere? Is Skullface watching me? Or does Skullface only watch you from one point at every level? And did I miss them the first time round? That's a possibility. Maybe I missed them in map 1. Okay, cool. Well, that solved my existential health crisis. That was a bit odd. The fact that I could hear him in there, and I was like, oh god, the fight isn't over yet. And it's like, yeah, yeah. Maybe Odin would be like teleport as soon as I go through here. Phew. Yeah, I don't know. It feels a bit like a damp squib. So, there's going to be one more enemy behind this door before the exit. I haven't found my secret. Okay, yeah, so we've got fleshy outcroppings of hell. Awesome. I like the system where there's an exit switch, but you can see the place that you are going to exit to, which is a door, which is nicely coded in a way that you know is not interactive. It's great setting patterns like that. I'm wondering about this secret. Where would this third secret be? I've got the Berserk. Was the Berserk the first secret? I think in the sequence of how you want to play things. I think so. This got anything? Maybe there's a secret in there somewhere. Cool. Cool. The setup to this is great. So I've got that secret. There's not going to be another secret in here. In here. What's going on in here? No, I think this room is too full of detail and threat for it to be a case where... That's odd. Yeah, I don't think there's a secret in here. Don't think there's a secret in here. I'm not going to cheat. Normally I would, well normally, sometimes I would feel like an IDDST is in order, but you know what? I'm bigger than that. Yeah, there's not going to be anything in here. No, I'm so charmed and immersed by these maps. I want to go with like, I want to preserve my my organic impression. So I'm not going to cheat to find another third secret. Let's go. Alright, Corrupted Labs. As you reach for the lockdown switch, you are stopped by a tug at your pants. A dying marine, the fleshy tendrils that sparse the wall? That's not the right word. Fleshy tendrils that sparse the wall, reaching out and slowly fusing into his flesh. That thing got out the holding cells. We were too late. It unsealed the site and they started appearing everywhere. Man. There's a full stop at the end of started. I think that's a typo. Sorry, let's read that again. They started appearing everywhere, man. The man grimaces in agony at as the tendrils cut off his face. They pull him into the wall, sinking into it, becoming one with it. We made our last stand here. Most of our supplies from the labs are gone. Make your shots count, but do me a favour and give me one of them bullets. As he says this, his flesh grows pink and growths begin to sprout. You oblige his request, firing a 9mm into his skull to save him the pain. You collect his dog tags and move on. Grim. Yeah, there were a couple of typos there, and I think that's a lot of text to get through. Luckily, I have rewind. Okay, that's cool, creepy music. Also, hey, do you know what you could have done? You could have had like the corpse, or maybe the beta torso. If you look in the beta resources, they did like just a torso, a marine torso. You could have had that there by the switch on the exit, and then when you start this level, have like the corpse be gone or something. I don't know. I'm just spitballing stupid ideas. Right, creepy. Creepy is the order of the day. And this fleshiness is done really well. Really, really well. Look, it's sunken, but it's crawling out. Understated yellow door. What's this gonna be? Cool. Okay, yeah, we're going full creepy. That's not right. I shouldn't be able to just go and grab that. This space is so big and ominous. What's going on? Red key needed here. Blue key needed here and there. What's in there? Oh, this is so creepy. Should I get the yellow key? Oh my god. This is so spooky. What the fuck? Okay, I can safely back into this. Okay, phew. I was thinking like, what are the fucking cacos in the vents? Awesome, awesome music. I think he's gonna win. Hey! Brilliant. he's in the tech. That is awesome. That is really awesome. And just because of the natural geometry of it, it looks like they're following you around. That is so fucking cool. These are some of the best tunnels I've seen in ages. And we've got different variations of this fleshiness. Man, this is some of the best, like, tech gone fleshy, fucked up I've ever seen. I don't want to. So I don't want to go down there. It's like, well, you're going to get jump scared whether you like it or not. Can I avoid that? I think I can avoid that. Anything else I can do here? Oh, this is so creepy, man. I want to go through here, this is less creepy. How did I know? Oh yeah, and teleporters under the brickwork. That is wild. Any more? Alright. I'm so scared. God, the lighting is awesome. So where can I run to? I can run up here, but something's probably going to spawn here. I can run... No, right, yeah, okay. Unless I want to... Okay, that's not so bad. I have this stupid thing where I go like, oh, is that Revenant projectile homing? Is it homing? And it's like, oh no, it's not homing. And then I just walk into it. I don't know what it is. Come on, man. Something really humiliating about going like, right, I'm not going to waste rockets in this situation and then just waste a colossal amount of your primary resource. Okay. And now when I press this, something else. Oh my god. I'm intrigued. How did you manage to do it such that... So... Oh, I know what happened. It was when I fired, wasn't it? I thought it was a line death that brought those in, but it's like I already crossed that line. How did that work? But it's... Opening this revealed the Hell TVs in the walls. I think they went there before. And it revealed the Arch file. But it also Opened up the sound tunnels that the sound tunnels to the boxes, to the monster closets where these guys were, which made them teleport in. And therefore, when I fired, they woke up and walked into the teleporters. Right, yes, okay. I understand now, and now I can go through here. Why does this keep happening to me? This is so spooky. This reminds me of something. There is... For some reason I always get it confused with... I think I played it very closely to Antares Legacy, or Antaresian Legacy. So I've got this misassociation, but there is a map, possibly from the same year, possibly I dug it through in the same CAC Awards. I'm pretty sure it's a CAC Award thing, but there is a map which is all set on one ship. It's got a lot of the fleshy overrunning. It's massively detailed, just an insane amount of detail. And it's one of those one map epics. Anyway, this reminds me of it. Let's go. Fuck! Okay, cool. I didn't lose any health in that, I just kept running. Alright, we're only halfway through, my god. And I've seen so much. Because it's like, yeah. God, this is awesome. I'm going to have to take a break after this, though. This is where I was. Spooky. Oh, right. Hello? Oh, is that opened up? Open this. Hey. What do you want from me? Cool. Okay, so that was opening the secret up. Fuck. Fuck, how many SSG shots are you gonna take, man? Jesus. Is that 4? It felt like 4 direct shots. What are the odds? Okay, so... Right, I can't go through there yet. And you can shut up and all. I think I have to... I think... God, there are 5 secrets, but it is a secret-y space, isn't it? I think I have to go down here now. I'm gonna get this, why not? But if that triggered something and I avoided the trigger just because I was scared, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. Alright. Wish me luck. Kill each other? Kill each other? Could be fun. Any more for any more? Great, 2 to spare. Okay, give me 1 second. I just need to get the door.